Hey guys, it's Mr. Greg. Today we're going to be analyzing the impact of the Revolutionary War on women, Native Americans, and enslaved peoples. Your objective for today is to analyze the impact of the Revolutionary War on marginalized, historically oppressed groups. If you don't understand what the word marginalized means, let's take a look at the definition. To marginalize someone is to treat a person or group as insignificant. So a marginalized group, the marginalized group that we're going to look at today are women, Native American, and African slaves. The historical context behind this assignment is thusly. The Declaration of Independence was written and agreed upon in 1776 by political representatives of the 13 colonies. While the document was meant to represent the sentiments of all Americans, it was not the standard by which all Americans were treated by the American society. So there's our historical context. I'm going to explain to you the directions again one more time real quick. So you've been assigned document 1. What you're going to do in your group is read document 1, answer the analysis questions, and then as a group you're going to create a graphic organizer together. Now we'll read the document. Abigail Adams to John Adams, March 31st, 1776. I long to hear that you have declared an independency from England. And by the way, in the new code of laws, which I suppose it will be necessary for you to make, I desire you would remember the ladies, and be more generous and favorable to them than your ancestors. Do not push such ultimate power into the hands of the husbands. Remember, all men would be tyrants if they could. If particular care and attention is not paid to the ladies, we are determined to foment a rebellion, and will not hold ourselves bound to any laws in which we have no voice or representation. That your sex are naturally tyrannical is a truth so thoroughly established as to admit of no dispute. But such of you as wish to be happy willingly give up the harsh title of master for the more tender and endearing one of friend. Why then not put it out of the power of the vicious and lawless to use us with cruelty? Men of sense in all ages harbor those customs which treat us only as the servants of your mankind. Regard us then as beings placed by destiny under your protection, and in imitation of the Supreme Being make use of that power only for our happiness. Abigail Adams to John Adams, March 31st, 1776. Now let's take a look at the analysis questions. Number 1, close reading. According to lines 2 through 3, who is Abigail Adams asking John Adams to remember when making the new laws for the new country, the United States of America? Question 2, analysis. From this letter, what kind of power do you infer men in 1776 had over their wives? Question 3, close reading. According to lines 6 and 7, what is Abigail warning John Adams of if the founders do not give women equal rights? Question 4, close reading. How does Abigail Adams describe men in line 9? Question 5, analysis. What does this source suggest to you about how women were viewed in America in 1776? Question 6, analysis. When the Declaration of Independence was written, the first few lines written by the Founding Fathers read, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal." Based on this document above, do you think the Founding Fathers meant literally males only, or do you think that men was a term that included women as well? Why or why not? Feel free to look back at this video. If you have any questions or you want it reread to you, I'm going to leave it to the analysis questions now. Good luck.